Niggas don't want a piece of me, bro. I've been doing this shit since I was a
Yo,
child.
yo, this
Yeah,
nigga.
bro.
Yo, but I understand where you coming from, man. Yo,
Nah, man.
so so that's how come I wanted to play that back first. So before we hear what happened when they lost, because I don't think anybody heard from him since he lost. But I got the video from his radio show.
Because let me tell you about black dudes like him. They're from that generation of shut the hell up, nigga, and do as I say from the women. Which, hey, if that's what works for
No,
you,
no, no, no. So am I. So am I.
yeah, yeah.
So am I.
You know, like, and not to mention the fact that Ricky Smiley is the kind of guy I can tell he's not an overbearing personality like that. He's the kind of
Okay,
guy
okay. I
he,
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
yeah,
So,
he's not,
so hold
you
on,
know,
hold on, hold on. So we could both be from the shut the fuck up era, but I had uncles and stuff like that. He might have not had no uncles, right?
right. I had uncles too.
Right, 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 right. So that a lot of brothers don't have uncles, B, for real, cousins or nothing.
Yeah, man. I mean, plus I had my dad too.
No, I understand, man. You know,
Can you
your
still hear
phone
me, bro?
messing
There's a
up.
bit of
Your
it.
phone messing up or something.
Yeah, that was people. That's people calling me. Can you hear me
Yeah.
now? Nah, bro. You know, Ricky's the kind of guy who he'll tell Prince Sim, "You better stay in line. You better stay in line. That's a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, hold on. He about to do it. Hold on.
The whole body vibrates. Maria, I can go deep into that. You got a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
yeah. Do that one. Do that one. Do that one.
you got a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Let me tell you something, bro. If that black woman wants you to lick her toes, you lick her toes. It's okay if they stank a little. It's okay if they stank a little. Okay, so what? She not black. She Indian. Indians can be black. Ain't India in Africa? That's North Africa, ain't it?
Yeah, I didn't
Y'all
expect
so
that.
y'all so disrespectful.
Hold on.
Y'all boys.
Hold on.
Boys
Hold
will
on.
be boys.
Hold on.
Alpha Sorority Incorporated into the damn White House. What's wrong with y'all? Come on, man.
MLK holiday.
But y'all mad because you talking about who was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Come on now.
Yo, you crazy, B. That was good, B.
Oh man.
Oh
No,
man.
No,
So
man.
hold on. So he had all that smoke, right?
Right.
Now let's hear him on election day.
Or the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president. It's a whole lot of red with these results. Republicans have won control of the U.S. Senate, retaking the chamber for the first time in 4 years. It gives the GOP a major power center in Washington and a lead role in confirming the next president's cabinet, as well as any Supreme Court justice. If there's a vacancy, control over the House of Representatives is still up for grabs, but it's looking like Republicans are going to keep that narrow majority lead. Still about 100 races yet to be called.
Yo, say
hold on. What'd you say?
Yo, I don't know if you watched the election. That shit was over early, bro.
Like, it was over so early.
That shit was over early.
It was over so early that I didn't want to go to sleep. I was like, it gotta be some numbers that's gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was gonna get Pennsylvania to make it close, where she would have jumped up to like 212 to 230. So I thought it never got close.
They talking about educated black people, bro. I'm from a Democratic city. The most people who voted. I'm from a Democratic city, bro. And I'm from a Republican state, but I'm from a Democratic city. Let me tell you something, bro. The majority of people who voted for it's gonna be single women, bro. That's the majority of people who voted for.
On the View. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, bro. A lot of educated, like people say, like all educated black men. No, a lot of educated black men did not vote for. They had extremely logical arguments as to why. Like their campaign was horrible. Their campaign was absolutely horrible.
Did you hear what the bitch Candy said about the uneducated people?
Yeah, and niggas was tearing up on Twitter.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
No, it was ignorant, and you could tell she's the type of female. You could tell You know, I don't know much about it, but just from her talking, you can tell she thinks she's better than a lot of people. Which that
Well, I like
people,
that. I like that. See, I like that all bitches thought that because it played out the show that you really wasn't. See what I'm saying? See, we didn't
you know
have
what I'm
to do
saying?
it. See, that's the best part about it. We didn't have to do it.
You know, and what also sealed the election for them is I don't think you realize how culturally significant it was for Trump to go to McDonald's, bro. Bro, there's a lot of people. There was a lot of dudes, especially from my particular part of town, who saw that they was effing with that, bro. Like niggas in Baton Rouge saw Trump do that, bro. Niggas in Baton Rouge was really rocking with that, bro. Like him going to McDonald's like that, they really was rocking with that.
Yo, watch this, homie.
Think if you look at the New York Times this morning, the headline was "America makes a perilous choice." I think that in 2016 we didn't know what we would get from a Trump administration, but we know now, and we know now that he will have almost unfettered power. And so I worry not about myself. Actually, I don't worry about my station in life. I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher. I worry about our elderly and their Social Security and their Medicare. I worry about my children's future, especially my daughter, who now has
Not her son, but anyway, let's go.
less rights than I
Right.
have. And I remember my father telling me many, many years ago that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And now I have less civil rights than I had when he told me that. So again, I'm profoundly disturbed that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution
Why are they
did not
lying like
prevent
that?
someone who
That's a lie for the
participated in
unintelligent.
from becoming president
Hold on, she going call people uneducated because that's what you was talking about. I wanted to bring that up.
of the United States. I think that going forward, the convicted felon box on employment applications better be taken off, because if you can be the president of the United States, then you should not be prevented from employment in this country. Because I remember applying for my jobs as a federal prosecutor, and there was a box for convicted felons. Well, and so that box better be taken off. And I think our healthcare system is now at risk. I think
no fluoride for anyone.
Yeah, economists have made clear that he's going to increase the debt by $7.75 trillion.
It might be right
mass
here.
Deportation and
And decided to support something.
70 percentile voting for the vice president. Well,
here we go.
Into the demographics, because black women tried to save this country again last night. 92% of
black women tried to save this country. Who the hell she thinks she is? That's crazy. Let's go.
They think they're God, bro.
You had Latinas in 70 percentile voting for the vice president. What we did not have is white women who voted about 52%, right, for Donald Trump. Uneducated white women, is my understanding.
Uneducated white women. Who the hell do she think she is? Yo, we can't say shit. See, that's what's changing. That they're able to say everything and we don't get to say anything. See, that's what's going to change, and that's why they mad. See, freedom of speech is back. See that?
And understand this well. People are going to cook this lady in ways. The thing is, this lady, not very attractive lady, probably's always had good jobs, probably been on had a very nice life the last 20 years. But I didn't mean to call her old, by the way, but I can tell she's not exactly, you know what I mean? I can tell she's had a nice life the last couple of 20 years. But let me tell you something, bro. Calling people uneducated. And the thing is, you know what people did in retaliation? They went out and voted. They went and showed her how they felt about not only her, but about this whole election. And guess what? They're about to learn the hard way. You can't talk to people any type of way.
Hold on. Let me jump in. Now, you make a great point. See, because what the black women had tried to do was do like the white women do, which is smile in your face and vote behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Not so much me or you, just in general. See what I'm saying? They say pro-black, even though they don't know what Kamala stand for. Now, they believe Trump is pro-white. And she said, the black women tried to save the country. You failed. Pro-white beat you. So why wouldn't you just be black?
Facts. I got to jump out for a second. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead. I want to get to this Rickey Smiley.
Richmond told supporters of Vice President Harris at Howard University that they would not be hearing from her on election night, but assured that she would speak to voters today. So we are going to be looking out for that speech. We're going to have Roland Martin on the show to break down the results. Dr. Alwan Hart is also going to be on and talk about post-election stress because a lot of emotions are high right now. Of course,
Post-election stress. As a Black woman, you sound stupid. A Black woman always trying to act like they a lady. Oh, let me watch myself. My gladiator might be coming home. Let me tell you something. What do you mean stress? Yo. Let me play the video. Fuck it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I know you were up late last night. I saw you on live.
Yeah, I was up late. Just keeping it real. We definitely got to have a conversation about what now, what's next. You know, I feel like we're about to go back to the George Floyd days and all of that stuff with the protests and when it was really, really bad. I think we head back to that. I think you have emboldened.
Well, hold on, Ricky. What about this? Hold on. You hear the difference in that man's voice? My goodness.
Oh my God, it just gave me chills. It gave me chills.
Game, talk about
y'all better come get me off this radio.
You better come get him.
You keep going. You want to keep going now? You want to keep going?
They're gonna be mad at you today, Rick.
I don't care. Stop me. I don't care about who get mad. I know I'm right. Exactly. I know I'm right. Y'all need to stop. Do y'all realize Medgar Evers died for voting rights? All these people that have risked their lives from slavery up until the civil rights movement.
You hear the swag in Ricky Smiley's voice? Now listen.
It's racist. It's going to be bad, and the economy is going to definitely change. If you think it's bad now, it's going to be worse.
Yeah, Ricky, I'm also interested in what the commentary is going to be with the young voters. Because, you know, in Georgia, we saw over 500,000 new voters in the state for the first time. And I thought that a lot of those newer voters were going to go Democrat.
A lot of them are entertained by, you know, the antics, and they think it's funny, and they think it's a game, and they think, you know, and it is all fun and games until things get real. And when things get real and people realize what has been done and how long-lasting these effects are going to be. You know. And
I believe, Maria, that this is going to be the last election because we are set up for him to be king. I don't even think they have he's not going to be president. He's going to be operating as a king because everything, you know.
Dolomite, do you hear the difference in this man's voice? That's what happens when his female champion gladiator got her back kicked in. See what I'm saying? A defeatist tone. See that? See that? This is what happened when you let a bitch. Yo, remember, y'all. Prince Simp. Remember, I know y'all laugh at me and everything, but understand who I look up to. I look up to Mendici. Okay? So does Mendici have options? Is Mendici at a loss because a woman provides for him? I look up to people like what's my other dude? Papoose. I look up to Papoose. Okay, even though he got left. So that's the downside. I look up to who? Apollo Nida. See, Apollo Nida. You know, Phaedra, he had Phaedra, big boss. She wanted too much out of him. Apollo Nida has options. You know, we're not your ugliest men out here. You understand? So Apollo Nida's gonna always be all right. So, you know, don't think that just because you're a simp or whatever that you got to be like Ricky Smiley. Hell no. I'm a man before I'm anything else. Are you kidding me?
That creates a democracy is going to be no more.
There's no legal or constitutional restraints on him at all. And I hope y'all understand what that means. There's no legal or constitutional restraints. The Supreme Court has already said anything he does as president is legal. Literally, any.
Well, when have we lived in a country where the white man couldn't do whatever he wanted to? You should be happy you got a radio show making money, get to talk about whoever you want to without getting your fucking teeth knocked in because of all the cameras and stuff. That's what you should be happy about.
Anything.
Well, the conversation continues, and again, we'll be talking about it throughout the morning. We have more of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.
Well, hold on. So y'all not going on and on. Let's keep going.
Drop it like it's hot.
Michael Jackson biopic Michael has been pushed back by 6.
Wow.
Ray says that Sophie claiming he's suffering from emotional distress
Okay, here we go.
It is about 14 before the top of the hour, y'all. Y'all hang in there this morning, hanging there with us because we feel the same way y'all feel. It's like I'm living in a daze. I am so saddened and disappointed that we was not able to get Kamala Harris elected, first black woman to become president. Special K.
So you feel bad, don't you get it? You're on the black woman's side, and these very men that you cursed out beat you. They beat you.
If you do the research on whatever, stop believing everything you read and do real research, you can see what a record is. You can see what she have done. I think you can Google what have Kamala Harris done for the black community, or things that black people benefit from. I'm not. We need to stand with her. We need to stand with her. She's great. She will make a great president. And what a...
Here we go. So that didn't work out.
Hey, in your own way, this morning we was having a real conversation now. And Maria, you said something too, just talk about how sexist this country is, just as it is racist.
Sexist and racist. Where did we hear that from, y'all? All the girls that we watch on TikTok. That's where we heard that at. All the racist stuff came from TikTok. So he talks like a girl. We got that. We got that established, right? He talks like these bitches on TikTok. Rickey, Smiley, and D.L. Hughley should be ashamed of themselves.
Kay, you start out there, Maria. You can follow.
Well, I mean, I'm just rolling the clock back. This should have never even been a situation that could have happened if Mitch McConnell had did what he was supposed to do as how.
Oh, they blaming people now. That's what the bitch has been doing.
The Senate Majority Leader with the impeachment after January 6th, if he had got the Senate to convict Donald Trump, then he would not have been able to run for president. And then Merrick Garland.
That's not how y'all was talking. Y'all was talking like this.
A blessing to be living in a time where a black woman can become president of the United States of America. In our time, we get a black man and a black woman become president. That's unheard of. Come on, man. Stop it.
Be on the right side of history. Be on the right side of history.
That's so. It's just the Amber Rose and everybody got all these videos and stuff and talking about Kamala Harris talking out of both sides of her. How would you say something so disrespectful, even if you felt that way? I wouldn't dare make a video or say nothing like that to the vice president of the United States of America that's trying to stand up and that's going to possibly pick 2 United States Supreme Court justices or whatever to try to keep the laws in place that Thurgood Marshall and all of the people that have paved the way and try to redo and get back into some of this settled law, women's rights to choose your voting rights, and Brown versus the Board of Education. Should do you,
brother? You ain't said shit about the black man, you dumbass.
The useless attorney general who did not. Who chose not to prosecute any of these charges against Donald Trump until it was a year out from the election where he was able to push everything back. He sat on all these charges for 2 years. That should not have happened. He should have never been in that position. But to come up to what happened last night, just the amount of black men and Latino voters that threw their support behind the person that has been openly hostile toward us.
Why do you think black men and Latinos voted for Trump?
Well, I mean, some would say that they felt disrespected by the Democratic Party. I think it was more misogyny involved in it, but some say they felt that black men felt disrespected and unheard by the Democrats. Men
are not ready to be led by a woman.
That too.
That's just what it is. And I think that a lot of people's words and actions didn't match when it came time to actually voting. Men just aren't ready.
Right. I agree.
It's just we're not ready. And sadly, I don't know if we're going to see a female.
First of all, bitch. We showed you we're not ready. We proved, we voted, and we said no. Ain't no not ready. We said no. Go sit down. And you said no, I'm going to go vote for Kamala anyway. And it showed that what you wanted to do on your own don't work. Fuck these people are something else. And you mad that we have freedom of speech back, and you got to get your ass back home to me, and you got to get your ass in that kitchen for me. You could be mad, you could yell, you could cuss, you could do whatever you want. Because guess what? If the economy go bad, who is going to be bad for? The black woman. She the only one thriving, right? So the economy ain't going to be bad for the black man because he was never included. You know what I'm saying? So what you say? So once they start killing y'all, ma'am, we're willing to take that risk. Just so your ass don't think that you won anything. Fuck are you talking about? Yo, these people are sick, bro.
President in our lifetime. You know, I think there's
not only will you not see a female president, Maria, it's not gonna be no more election. I'm telling y'all.
And
that was the last election. It ain't gonna be no midterm. It ain't gonna be.
There's no fixing this.
None.
There's no going back and for the people who said I demand tangibles or we demand tangibles or we demand to be heard. Well, guess what? Now you're never gonna be heard because
homie, let me say something to you, homie. You ain't never had a conversation with me to know what I ever wanted. You couldn't give a fuck. You was too busy worried about that bitch in the room with you. So now you sound stupid because you coming from an explanatory, dialogue. So what happens is you got to explain yourself. You never came to talk to me about nothing. So all that we and us, it ain't never been that. You and Rickey Smiley chose your side. Ain't no real man in America gonna stand up for no Kamala stuff because it's past her just being a woman.
Trust me, the people that are there now, they don't care about your needs and your wants and your tangibles.
Well,
and they don't owe you anything.
Just to play devil's advocate, I think that there is some stupidity on the side of people who feel like Trump is fit to lead, but there's also stubbornness on the side of Democrats. And I think that there needs to be a point where we are actively pursuing some type of understanding of why people are so attracted to this man. This can be a loss or it can be a learning lesson.
Okay,
well, you wasn't saying that back then.
Homework. But hold up. Let me just tell you something right here that could be very historic.
Ma'am, you wasn't talking like this. Look how you was, ma'am.
And I think that there needs to be a point where we are actively pursuing some type of understanding of why people are so attracted to this.
But you didn't have understanding back then.
And Kay pointed this out to me. If Kamala Harris is elected, she would be sworn in.
She could be sworn in
MLK Day
by the first Black Supreme Court,
and possibly by Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yeah.
Does that not give you chills?
Stop it,
ma'am. You was talking about getting the chills over two lesbians. You wasn't trying to have understanding why the men voted the other way. You was worried about Ketanji Brown and all this other shit. So that's why we call Rickey Smiley a bitch ass nigga, because he was listening to people like you, people that will go back on your own team. And when you lose, you're not a real loser. You're a sore loser. So you're not really ride or die. But nobody's supposed to know that about the Black woman. Gotcha.
Does that not send
Maria?
I make your whole body vibrate.
Maria,
oh
I can go deep into that. You got a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated reading in a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated into the damn White House. What's wrong with y'all?
On MLK holiday.
But y'all mad because we talking about
who was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated?
Come on
now.
Okay.
Man, this can be a loss or it can be a learning lesson.
Okay, but where do you go from here is what I'm saying.
Where do you go? If you rebuild. I mean, I remember when George Bush and Al Gore were running against each other, and everybody thought it was the end of the world.
No, this ain't George Bush. George Bush didn't get
that. Maria.
Well, if you want to be pessimistic, that's fine. I'm just trying to
realistic. This man has absolute power. Do you understand?
Oh, you want to be pessimistic? That's fine, ma'am. What you're saying too in the streets, because we got to stop playing these stupid games. Ma'am, as a Black woman, what you're saying is in the streets about being pessimistic about my enemy. Ma'am, you want to go ride with them? Fuck you mean pessimistic? I mean, what you mean optimistic? She's optimistic about the enemy. Bitch, are you stupid? That's why we don't listen to you women. You don't guide me in the war. Are you stupid?
Understand what that means? George Bush did.
Everybody thought it was the end of the world.
No, this ain't George Bush. George Bush didn't get that.
Hey, Maria.
Well, if you want to be pessimistic, that's fine. I'm just trying to be realistic.
This man has absolute power. Do you understand what that means? George Bush didn't have that.
Maria, it's a little bit different, Maria, because Trump has stated that, hey,
I see you, BT.
Election, we don't have to. It ain't gonna be. This is not just a little different, Maria. This is totally different. This man hangs out with Putin. He hangs out with dictators. He hates democracy. He has the Supreme Court stacked. He has the Senate. He might be getting a House. He has everything he needs, and he has control of the military. He's going to put people in place. He can send people out if they don't like something you said on the radio, Maria, and take you to jail, and it ain't nothing you or your family can do about it. And period. This is like a whole...
All I'm asking you and Kay, Ricky, is all that we have to offer our listeners is helplessness.
It's not helplessness. We gotta look at what we're really looking at. We gotta look at this for what it really is.
You're just what it really is. We have no control. There's nothing we can do. Then why are we having this conversation?
To more people than they better.
They let people know that y'all about the FA and the FO.
Yeah, get your house in order, because we're gonna be living in a different time, because everything that you know as democracy is gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone.
And we're not talking about tomorrow. We're not talking about next week. But 2 years from now, you might not recognize this country. We've never lived in a system that wasn't a democratic system. That didn't have democracy. We never lived in that. None of us have. So we don't know what it looks like, but we know that we're staring down the barrel.
Listen, I'm trying to be fair here. This is how these same people was talking like this when they thought they would be able to defeat you.
Oh my God, that just gave me chills.
They
gave me chills.
Man,
y'all better come get me off this radio.
Come get him.
You keep going. You want to keep going, y'all? You want to keep going?
They gonna be mad at you today, Rick.
I don't care. Go. I don't care about who get mad. I know I'm right. Exactly. I know I'm right. Y'all.
Rickey Smiley said he know he's right about who's gonna win. Let's go.
All right now.
And then Maria, I started thinking about the George Floyd days or whatever. If these white supremacists, police officers and different ones start feeling themselves and becoming more, you're gonna feel it today in the grocery store. Or when you go to the grocery store and you go to Walmart, Target, Home Depot, or you're gonna feel how ornery people are gonna be. You're gonna feel it today, just the whole vibe and the energy. But it ain't no hey, let's get this. That's what he said in his acceptance speech or whatever. But it ain't no bringing the country together. This man's finna rule like Vladimir Putin, and we're gonna be living in a different. Think about the policies. Healthcare, food for seniors, daycare, women's rights, Department of Education, all
inability to protest. They want to be able to squash protests using the military.
Well, we're going to be talking about it all morning, so make sure you guys continue to listen. We'll have some special guests on, more election coverage right here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hold it.
BT, what's good? Go ahead while I find this stuff.
My bad, bro. Before I always go to the gym, I always like to. I have a little weird routine I do. I go to the gym and I read a book before I go. Like I read a book and then I go. Clears my mind. So forgive me for my little weird rituals or whatever. But now that I have time to kind of take a deep breath and not just attack these dudes, DL Hughley, Rickey Smiley, and guys